Sydney's iconic Bondi Beach, one of the world's most famous waterfronts, turned into a war zone during a Hanukkah celebration, in what authorities are calling one of Australia's deadliest terrorist attacks. Police say 50-year-old Sajid Akram and his 24-year-old son Naveed opened fire on a Jewish Hanukkah 2020 by the Sea event, killing at least 15 people and injuring dozens more in minutes. Tonight, the story behind the Bondi Gunman traced back to Hyderabad, his links, his radicalization, and the big questions now facing both Australia and India. What happened at Bondi? The attack began on a Sunday evening as families, children, and tourists gathered along Campbell Parade for the Festival of Lights. Witnesses described sudden rapid gunfire from an elevated footbridge, people dropping to the ground, and a stampede as crowds ran for cover. Police say the father-son duo used long-barrel guns and fired for nearly 10 minutes before officers shot and killed Sajid at the scene, while Naveed was critically injured and rushed to hospital under heavy guard. Among the dead are worshippers from 10 to over 80 years old, with more than 40 others hospitalized, including children and at least 2 police officers. Who is Sajid Akram? Investigators have now confirmed that one of the gunmen, Sajid Akram, was originally from Hyderabad and migrated to Australia around 27 years ago. Despite living in Australia for nearly 3 decades, officials say he still held an Indian passport and had limited contact with his extended family back home. Relatives in Telangana recall him as a man who visited India only a handful of times after settling abroad, building a life in Australia and marrying a woman of European descent. Police in India stress that Sajid had no known criminal record in the country and that there is no evidence his radicalization was linked to local networks in Hyderabad. Naveed, ISIS links, and Philippines trip. The surviving gunman, Naveed Akram, is an Australian citizen and was already known to security agencies for past links to an Islamic State-inspired cell in Sydney. Australian intelligence agency ASIO had reportedly examined him in 2019 for close ties to extremists, but at the time concluded he did not pose an ongoing threat. Officials now say the pair appeared to be driven by Islamic State ideology, with IS flags recovered from their vehicle near the attack site. Investigators are also probing a recent trip the father and son made to the Philippines, looking into claims they may have received guidance or training before returning to carry out the attack. Impact on India and Australia. In India, the revelation that the prime Bondi gunman was an Indian passport holder from Hyderabad has triggered shock, political debate, and questions about monitoring diaspora links in global terror cases. Australian leaders, including Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, have condemned the massacre as a terrorist attack inspired by Islamic State and promised a full review of intelligence gaps. Both countries are now under pressure to coordinate more closely on intelligence sharing, track radicalization routes across borders, and reassure Jewish and other vulnerable communities after this anti-Semitic slaughter. As families mourn the 15 lives lost at Bondi, investigators in Sydney, Hyderabad, and Manila are racing to map every step that led to this night of terror. The big question now, was this a lone radical family or the visible tip of a deeper global network waiting to strike again?